Thank you for joining us for the Tobago Update News. In the headlines, Administrator ordered to ensure that CPEP workers are paid by Friday. Chief Secretary warns central government over plans to close Silk Cut and Trace Road. Louis Dorman appears in court for blackmail. And in sport, Janelle Edwards elevated to senior officiating position for Carifta Games. Zalandi, thank you for tuning into the Tobago Updates News for Monday, 23rd of February 2022. To our top story. Chief Secretary Fali Augustine does not understand why CPEP workers are still owed outstanding salaries after payments were authorized. At today's post-Executive Council media briefing, Augustine explained that the Executive Council first got notice of outstanding salaries weeks ago and moved swiftly to clear funding for payment.
A notice came through the Executive Council from the division asking for some $1.2 million to do the payment. That was authorized. I called back the executive members and had it confirmed before the following week because we wanted to move it along speedily. We were given the impression that that would have covered payments for all that was outstanding.
Augustine says they later found out that there were 3 more outstanding fortnights that needed to be paid and immediately released those funds as well. He told the media he does not know why the public servants are moving so slowly with regards to the payment for CPEP workers. He, however, noted that he has issued stern instructions for those payments to be handled immediately.
I apologize to the administrator if my tone in that letter was pretty sharp, but it needed to be. And upon advice from the Executive Council, I instructed the administrator of that division that they needed to pay the workers all of their outstanding salaries by Friday this week.
Meanwhile, Augustine indicated that one of the reasons for the original delay in payments was an addition of 100 workers to the payroll just before December's elections.
You hire 100 additional people, you ain't properly identify where you're getting the money from, you ain't leave money where you say you will get the money from to actually take it from there. So that will require some extra doing. And one will appreciate that that will not be immediately known to any new secretary anyway.
Despite the questionable hiring by the previous administration, the Chief Secretary stated that as long as the workers are carrying out their duties, they will be paid. Meanwhile, he's insisting that employees at the lower end of the THA are treated with the same dignity as high-level public servants and that speed and efficiency be practiced in paying their salaries. Residents of Silk Cut and Trace are being assured their road cannot be blocked until negotiations are settled for land acquisition. Their properties are a part of the area earmarked for the construction of the new airport terminal. Negotiations, which began in 2019, are still ongoing. While most residents have settled and moved off the lands, there are still a few who remain in negotiations, and Chief Secretary Fali Augustine assures them that they will be protected.
What we were told is that all that they are doing, the contractors are doing, are installing posts, but they will not block that road because residents are still living there. There are residents who are still in the negotiation phase. There are residents who are still have not been paid as yet in that area.
Augustine made it clear that if the road is blocked, the THA will remove the blockage. The construction of the $1.2 billion airport terminal has been a contentious issue because affected residents do not believe they were treated fairly in the land acquisition process. The project was commissioned by the central government with NIDCO in charge of the land acquisition process. Augustine is siding with residents who do not believe they were treated fairly.
I am not satisfied that the negotiation process has been fair and that it is at a place where they can block off that particular road. And I'm saying that it's in the interest of all parties. It's in the interest of the central government, interest of the THA, interest of the residents of Crown Point that we get those negotiations moving again.
The Chief Secretary insists he is not against the construction of a new airport terminal. However, he he wants Tobagonians who are affected to be treated fairly. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service is mourning the loss of another police officer. Today, Acting Commissioner of Police MacDonald Jacob and the executive of the TTPS extended condolences on the passing of Corporal Kofi Barrow. Barrow passed away due to complications associated with type 2 diabetes on Sunday, 20th of February. The 46-year-old served for 20 years as a police officer and was last attached to the closed-circuit television unit of the Tobago Division. Inspector Alicia Piggott said despite his challenges, Corporal Barrow was a very kind and compassionate officer who always gave the extra effort to ensure the work of the day was done. Corporal Barrow leaves to mourn his common-law wife Stacey Alman and son Jaffe Barrow. Yasha charged. In crime news, a 42-year-old woodsman of Louis D'Or land settlement has been charged with blackmail. Yasha Jerry Hercules appeared before the Scarborough Magistrates Virtual Court on Monday, 21st of February 2022 to answer to the charge of demanding money by menace or blackmail. Hercules was arrested on Friday, 18th of February 2022. It is alleged that sometime in July 2021, the victim met a young lady whom he became friendly with. On Tuesday, 8th of February 2022, the victim invited the young lady to his home and she subsequently visited. On Wednesday, 9th February, the victim allegedly received a phone call from Hercules that the lady was sexually assaulted and if he did not pay Hercules the sum of $10,000, he would be sent to shoot him and his house. The victim became fearful and reportedly paid Hercules $5,000 cash at an area in Scarborough. The victim subsequently made a report to the Criminal Investigations Department, which led to Hercules' arrest. Hercules has several matters pending before the court, and he was denied bail. He was remanded in custody and will reappear at the court on March 21st, 2022. PC Jack laid the charge. A 24-year-old man appeared virtually at the Scarborough Magistrates Court charged with killing a dog. Ray Hines of Sherwood Park, Canby, was granted own bail in the sum of $10,000 and the matter was postponed to March 22, 2022. It is alleged that the victim secured his 8-month-old Siberian Husky dog, valued $5,000 in his fenced property situated at Nelson Lane, Sherwood Park, Canby, and went away. Sometime later that said day, the victim returned home and observed the dog missing and observed a whole dog underneath the fence. The victim later received information and went to Hines' home, where he allegedly found the deceased dog in a bag in Hines' yard. A report was made to the Shervan police station. WPC Jordan laid the charge. We'll take a break now. Stay tuned. We have more news coming up next.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
I want to meet with you to share my personal testimony and other local testimonies. Call me now, Juliet Roberts, at 341-0715. The number again is 341-0715. God bless you.
Welcome back. Community members in Roxborough are calling for better social interactions with police officers. It was one of the concerns raised at a recent stakeholder meeting between the TTPS and the community of Roxborough. Here is more from that meeting.
The police want to improve community relations as one of their strategies in the fight against crime. Community members in Roxborough are not opposed to the idea. Businessman Ellis Clark says that can be achieved by going back to relations of the past.
In the past, we used to have a police cricket team, netball, football, everything. They stopped playing with us. They want to lock us up. They're not playing with us anymore.
Superintendent Kirk agrees.
In going forward, these are things that could be revisited, in terms of interacting with the community.
A major concern for some, like Deborah Bonus, is trusting police officers who may share a close relationship to persons whom the complaint is being made about.
You might have me on voice thing and somebody next to you here and is related to somebody in the community. No, that is a threat.
Senior Superintendent Benjamin stated that if there are concerns regarding nepotism, then people should reach out to an officer they can trust.
Just treat with a police officer that you feel that you can trust, or you come and seek an audience with the person in charge directly, and they will treat with that in going forward.
The police are also taking steps to improve their customer service. Training is expected to begin in the coming week. Meanwhile, they are changing the way victims are dealt with after a crime has been reported.
We have already mandated, as was said before, our station commanders, that within 3 weeks or so, you must call every victim of the crime and let them know what is happening.
There are also plans to have police involved in village councils and community groups of influence to strengthen partnerships and work towards reducing crime. For Tobago Updates, I am Gail Thomas.
A land grab is behind an increase in gun-related crimes in Tobago. Assistant Commissioner of Police for the Tobago Division, William Nurse, says they have noted an alarming increase with crimes involving guns, and it is not caused by resident Tobagonians.
We have information that grandchildren and relatives of persons from Tobago who have absented themselves for eons from Tobago, their grandchildren are now coming home to seek the lands of their great-grandparents. And you know something? They bring with them that attitude of what you have is mine and what I have is mine.
He alleges that these persons are using guns to commit robbery.
You, with fear of no contradiction, that your police have arrested them and put them before the court, and we find long gun, long gun, rifle, we find it. We find ammunition and we lock them up.
ACP nurse welcomes any information about such crimes taking place on the island. Meanwhile, the Tobago division is reporting a -6% reduction in serious crime on the island for 2022 when compared to a -3% in 2021. This information was shared by Senior Superintendent Benjamin.
Last year, we had at least, the state of emergency, which would cause people to be locked up at a certain, you have to lock off. Now, people are around 24/7, and yet we are able to bring that down to -6%.
The Tobago division is also reporting a detection rate of 47%, which they are hoping to increase to at least 57% by the end of the year. Pedestrians and other users of the Scarborough Boardwalk have been temporarily inconvenienced. A press release from the Division of Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development advised that maintenance works to the structure commenced on Tuesday, 22nd of February. The division said the scope of works, which will include pressure washing, resealing and repainting, will be done on a phased basis to ensure that the public will not be adversely affected. Works will be conducted on the span of the boardwalk from Customs House along Carrington Street towards the Scarborough Port. The hunting season is nearing closure. Hunters have until next Monday, February 28th, to hunt their favorite wild game, or bush meat, as the meat of some forest animals are referred to. The national hunting season, which commenced on October 1st, 2021, will come to a close on February 28th. However, unlike other wild game, the last day for hunting iguanas was on December 31st, 2021. Currently, hunters can hunt 4 species of animals, which are agouti, wild hog, deer, and lap. Deer and lap can be hunted in Trinidad only. The Division of Agriculture is reminding that the annual closure of the hunting season is to allow the animals to reproduce in order to preserve and sustain their species and to positively impact the island's fauna for generations. In order to curb the incidence of overhunting on the island, hunting in forest reserves are restricted to the hours of 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now on to the latest COVID-19 figures. Over the last 24 hours, 40 new cases were reported. Total active cases are now at 270. There are 18 patients in the hospital. No new deaths have been reported. Total deaths are now at 240. The sport report is up next. Stay tuned.
Are you looking for that all-in-one shopping experience? Then look no more. Visit Lamb's Best Mart for your grocery items, fruits and vegetables, drinks, home items, stationery, gift items, hampers, shopping gift cards, toiletries, small hardware items, and much more. We provide order and pickup service, even delivery to your door. We are your friendly community supermarket. Check us out today at Lamb's Best Mart, located at 22 Daniel Trace, Canby, or visit us on social media at Lamb's Best Mart.
You can now get whatever you need whenever you need it anywhere in Tobago with Tobago. Your meals, medication, groceries, and shopping all delivered directly to you. No more hassle, no more stress. Get the Tobago app today on Google Play or Apple App Store.
That's TAPPOGO, and let us deliver to you.
Check our website at www.tapogo.app or call the experts at 494-TOGO and 484-4746. Tobago. Relax. We will get it to you. Tobago's at your service.
Buffet, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meats served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Let's go!
Janelle Edwards of Speyside, Tobago is among 3 local track and field technical officials who have been appointed to senior officiating positions for the upcoming Carifta Games to be held in Kingston, Jamaica from April 16th to 18th. Here is more.
Although relatively new to officiating, Edwards has gained considerable experience through rotation across various positions at local meets. She has served locally as both track referee and field referee. This will be her 3rd regional assignment, having served previously in the Cayman Islands and in Canada. According to a release from the N3As, these appointments are among the most senior positions one can find at any international meet and are testimony to the quality of officials we have here in Trinidad and Tobago. Edwards is expected to take responsibility for activities relating to a specific event group on the program and to serve as referee for that event group. TNT is expected to send a large contingent to the Premier Youth Track and Field event. Several athletes have already attained the qualification standard in their respective events after just 2 development meets. For Tobago Update Sports, I am Gail Thomas.
More news up next. Stay with us.
MI4 Security Services Company is the most advanced security service in Tobago. Ask about our cash and transit service. It's safe, risk-free, reliable, and timely. We provide safe banking delivery for all business types and sizes with highly trained staff, 24/7 monitoring, coordinated emergency response, and a well-maintained fleet of armored vehicles. Contact us at 660-7723 or visit our website at www.mi4securitytt.com to sign up today.
Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Minister in the Office of the Attorney General and Legal Affairs, Renuka Sagram Singh Suklal, visited Tobago earlier this week with the aim of ensuring that the ministry continues to serve Tobago.
Tobago is one of the largest pieces in that puzzle. So, of course, at the office we recognize the importance of ensuring that plant machinery, people, processes are in place in order to be able to deliver our services, not just to the public in Trinidad, but Tobago is equally important.
When she appeared on Tobago Update's morning show, the minister explained that her team learned of some of the challenges that come with offering more services online, and she noted their desire to address those head-on.
The manner in which business was conducted or is conducted was affected because we're looking at having to reduce the amount of foot traffic into the offices. And also in Trinidad, what we would have done is we migrated a lot of our services online. So that would have been something that would have been extended to Tobago as well. That is one of the reasons critically why I'm here, because of course as the minister sitting in the ministry offering my assistance to the Attorney General in whichever way I can, you know, I'm allowed to champion certain causes, and information would have come to me relative to some of the challenges people in Tobago would have been facing, especially in some of our remote areas, as it relates to connectivity. Why? I'm here with a team, and I'm really hoping that you know, we will be able to, as I said, walk these various departments, hear from the workers themselves. You know,
one Canadian student is enthralled with Tobago and is currently exploring ways to showcase this island to the world. Here is more.
Spencer Colby is proud about his Trinbago roots and delighted to share a bit about himself.
I'm a photojournalist currently based in Ottawa, Ontario, in Canada. I got into Carleton University up in Canada and started into communications, started working at the paper, volunteering at the paper, and then really kind of just folded it together, and I really just started liking photojournalism. At first it was sports, and now I'm more into news and features.
22-year-old Spencer, who is currently finishing up his undergraduate studies in communication, fell in love with photography at a young age.
So growing up, I was kind of always interested in pictures, videos, and kind of journalism, and I kind of really took a liking to my dad, and he was also like an amateur photographer, and my mom gave me a Kodak disposable film camera at a young age, and so I kind of really fell in love with it, being able to take pictures and then like print it and then, you know, look at it, and sometimes I would draw on it, but yeah, so I really kind of fell in love with it as the years progressed.
He is also the recipient of a prestigious awards that recognize the very best in student journalism in Canada. To date, he has received the John H. MacDonald and Image Media Awards. Here is how this young photojournalist feels about Trinidad and Tobago.
I love Trinidad and Tobago. It's an absolutely beautiful country. It's one of the most beautiful countries in the world. I find there's a lot of history and a lot of important stories and a lot of important history to tell. And so I really just kind of want to, when I graduate out of university, really focus in on Trinidad and Tobago as well as other parts of the world and tell stories that, you know, sometimes aren't told by other publications.
Spencer is the son of Trinidadian Joanne John, who has made Tobago her home and is the owner of the Whining Goat Wine Bar located right here on the island. We wish Spencer all the best as he continues his photojournalism journey. For Tobago Updates, I am Natalie Seeley Richardson.
We've come to the end of our Tobago Updates newscast for this evening. I am Kristen Salandi. Thank you for tuning in. Have a good evening.